What up, guys? How you guys doing? Um, Go live for 2 hours, then I gotta go get off for sure. Take my daughter to work early, and then go with my youngest daughter to go watch a flick, watch Deadpool 2. I haven't gone to theater for quite a while, so show my daughter, see what's up. I'm trying to spend time with my kids, wise all of them. 3 or 5 kids, so I gotta make time for everybody best as possible. So yeah. But how you have today? How's everything? How was your night? Last night was, psychedelics, a lot of love. So like a baby was definitely wise, and a little extra rejection, not too much. So maybe next time. But give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm setting up my platforms. So today when I go live on 10 self and 10 platforms. So both my TikToks now, both my Facebooks, IG, Likee, Clubhouse, Meet Me, Twitch, and then Bigo. So use the phone correctly. It's called what? Networking. Sounds wild, but it's just to tell stories. Once again, just to tell stories. Nothing more, nothing less. All about life, talks, relationships, co-parenting, how we function, emotion, mental, spiritual beings, and that's all I care about, honestly. Everything else, memory stuff, it's irrelevant. You can't beat the matrix. So you maintain job, roof, car, money, and that's it. You're maintaining. That's it. Remember, Burger King, McDonald's. As long as you're maintaining, you're good for yourself, and that's it. Then working your mental health as a being. If you want to figure out what love is, you're gonna help through relationships. Not toxic. Toxic fucking garbage. Because then you question your self-worth. You pray for how to manifest the higher sources, change your partner's ways, and respect for you. You don't know this yet. You've been praying for the wrong person. It's cool to pray with your partner, but not forever. Like for 10 days, 100 days, a year, 2 years, 5 years, babies, marriages. Yeah, you're praying for the wrong person. You just don't know that yet. I comprehend that now. Respect for you, I say all the time. Queens, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. Match energy. We don't take energy. Show respect to each other. We cool. We're talking and vibing as potentials, as couples. If not, I thought there's people in the universe. Why stress about one? Dead ass, man. Hey, what else we can do? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Queen? And I say all respectfully wise. Everybody has their own preference. Everybody has their own standards. But hey, what's up, Twitter? How you doing, Queen? Myself as a being, I don't deal with toxicity at all. If I can't talk to my partner to be, what am I doing with you? Respectfully wise. Like, yeah, cosmetically you're on point, yes, but look at the way you speak. The potential to be, hey, what's up, Queen? How you doing? How's Anna? How's your day? How's everything? How's familia? Respectfully wise, like the intent to have, best as possible communication, comprehension with your partner. If you're doing the healing journey, if you're both doing it, on top of that, hey, that's awesome, brother. Hell yeah, chill. I just got back home. I've been doing some errands, so I'm trying to catch up with everybody. So I'm only one person. So definitely only 2 hours a day. That's it. Not 3-4 hours. The last couple nights been cool, but I gotta get sleep. So tomorrow I go to Seattle. And the farmer market's about to end, so I'll probably get my life back a little bit. I'll probably do potentially more lives, and then finally work on my podcast. I actually have time. So I'm only one person, guys. Only one person. People I don't see your content. Like, oh, trust me. Go to my Twitch. Go to my Facebook. My current stuff is all right there, chilling. Hella content, hours upon hours. But as far as actually pushing content, yeah, I'm far behind. But I don't stop. So yeah. But today I'm gonna do a little bit more different. Play a bunch of clips, right? Had a better day today. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Remember, everybody behind the screen, we get good days and bad days type of situation, right? But as long as your day's a little bit better, that's a positive, And I preach about your 4 walls. Your home. How's everything at home? Why home? Everything starts from home. If your toxic environment's toxic, that's not healthy. If you're in a toxic relationship, you're part of fucking bumping heads. That's not healthy at all. So you wake up, you look at them, verbally, mentally, fuck them, and you just woke up and they're sleeping. What up, MJ? How you doing? How you doing, Queen? Respectfully wise, you don't want to become at home and be dreaded to come to your partner fuck, I gotta deal with them. Why do you have to choose to want to deal with them? A zillion people in the universe. Why are you stressing about one? Did you know the door's right there? You went through it, so why do you have to just want to go back home to the person you bitch about? Respectfully, I don't want to be hurt their feelings. I'm gonna hurt their. It's okay. It's better to die today than tomorrow, or accept it. It is what it is. Pray by manifest. I don't know, whatever term you want to use. I'm like, I pray for you. It's not gonna work in your favor, but hey, baby steps, right? Hey man, hey, what's up, How you doing? Respectfully. And that's the shit. Once again, it's just all the pods that do for you guys, for everybody. So you don't feel alone, and you stop accepting toxicity. If not respect, you would. I promise you 1,000. There's $0 that don't have. You will join the Bay Mom Bay Pod Divorce Club, or to become the generational cycle and become miserable like your parents, aunties, grandparents. I pray for you, you know. And from there, as you would daydream about love, be happy for others. You won't be happy for yourself. Don't do that to yourself. That's so miserable as fuck, man. No. You don't want to accept your partner because that's when you're miserable as fuck. When I say, which I say, your dungeon, your sentence, and your hell on earth. You don't have to die to go to hell. Heaven, look around you. Anyone that makes you positive, energy, I love my job, I love my people, it's cool. Heaven on earth, analogy, metaphor. Because no matter whether you have a shit day, you can see chill with your people's environment, hell yeah. At least there, they show respect, and we're good with each other. Versus this, bad area type of situation. That's a positive, That's why the less stress in life is to be, and the better for yourself. I can guarantee you that. That's why, the intent to learn how to be selfish in a positive manner, because we're taught to be selfish. It's wrong to sin. The fuck it is. If you don't got you, who got you? Your kids? Your partners? The universe? No. Nobody got nobody. You can be supportive. Support teams, yeah, but I can't fit or save you. And vice versa. Nobody can do it for you but the person marrying you. What's up, Jericho? How you doing? How's it going? But let me play a bunch of clips today. And then, if you want to comment, go for it. Jump in the box, cool. If not, I'll elaborate. I love talking about this, And all stuff I play is not my TikToks, it's people's TikToks, but it's about raw real life. Every which way. If you want to feel your feelings, remember this. Nobody has to feel their feelings at all. But to call you out in a positive manner, that means you're broken or you're lost every which way inside. You don't want to start the healing journey because you don't want to feel your feelings. So it's easier to wear the mask, smile, say you're A-okay, and then behind it you're dying crying. And then you want love, family, kids. Yeah, it's not going to work in your favor and nobody's favor, because then either you accept each other's toxic relationship, or the deadbeat fathers, deadbeat mothers, or bitter baby daddy, baby mom drama, or potentially co-parenting. It's so many little small categories, but you do want to get to that point first. If the relationship's toxic, squash it, it's over. But if you think having a kid and getting married to make it better, I pray for you, and that's it. It's not going to work in no one's favor. And yes, every kid deserves to see their parents together if they're healthy. Both sides, not just one side. That one side relationship is fucking garbage. Whereas more pathetic ones, typically the females, the queens, y'all sit there for fucking months, years, babies to be. I pray, and hope, manifest that God, love, Buddha, the universe, that my ancestors, the spiritual universe, changing my partner's ways. Respectfully, once again, you are praying for the wrong person. Respectfully, But yeah, let me play these clips for you guys. And remember this, it's not me speaking at all. Somebody behind the screen. It's my pod, but it's our pod, so I can't invite anybody on my pod sessions because I don't know them directly. But guess what? I'm going to play a clip. You don't see what I see. All you got is words. So this one's probably trigger a lot of people every which way. But once again,
one of the best.
It's a trigger in a positive manner. Like what he's about to say is very factual, but you just don't know this yet at all. Like you might trigger like, what the fuck? I was supposed to get destroyed, get cheated on. Like, yeah, you don't know this yet, but if you didn't have a support to elaborate, check it out. When you go through the breakups, heartbreaks, divorces, it's about to destroy the fuck out of you. What? I'm just forewarning you. It's about to destroy the fuck out of you. You might lose everything in life. Like, what do you mean? Because of the breakup, you believe in your head because of codependency. You need your partner. You don't need to want them. You just don't know that yet. So depression to kick in, anxiety's gonna kick in. Your heartbreak, you're having anxiety attacks, emotional breakdown. So you won't have no motivation to go to work. And if you don't go to work, you don't maintain the matrix. You don't pay your bills. You don't pay your rent, you're losing your home, you go into debt, you're losing everything because one person, the whole universe, destroyed the fuck out of you. I know, and it hurts, but the positive is, I'm telling you to forewarn you to put fear in a positive manner. And I'm here for you if you want to talk about it. But we don't have those conversations. For the most, a lot of us don't have no support teams to elaborate. What? It's fear in a positive manner. If you don't comprehend that, but at least I'm on your pocket 24/7, 365, face to face, you can reach out to me. I make it sound easy, but I already overcame that shit. What you're about to go through, I can have 1,000 breakups. I won't shed tears. My days don't go shit. I don't question my self-worth. Respectfully. Hey, what up, Queen? How you doing? Respectfully, You will. For how much more longer, I don't know, but I can tell you this. Like I was talking about my support team, you're the old version of myself. I know that face. I know those eyes. I know that fear. I know those tears. I won't ever feel like that again because I don't need my partner. I want my partner. You, right now, for the time being, you believe you need them. and it hurts. It does. It sucks balls, but it's a blessing in disguise. What? You don't know it yet, but it's a blessing, guys. I promise you that. You know. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to live. But yeah, let me play this clip. Once again, if it bothers you, talk to yourself. Why? How? I'm not speaking. Somebody else is speaking. Okay.
Things that can happen to a person is when their partner cheats on them. Has your partner cheated on you? Good. Has the person you loved that was supposed to be yours betrayed you? Good. The biggest lessons you will learn in life come from heartbreak. It is one of the most painful experiences that will generally change your perspective about life and yourself. It will break your current reality and carve out a new one. It will give you a choice to rise above and become a better person or fall to your own ruin. For a diamond to be formed, first it has to go through immense pressure. The heartbreak is your pressure. It will show you all the things you are lacking before and teach you to better yourself. Even though it's painful, it's one of the best motivations you will ever have. Embrace this and change your life.
And I heard it, but it's very factual. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Queen. It's very factual. Like, what up, sister? How you doing, Queen? How's it going? It's alive. Like, I know it sucks to hear that shit. Like, what? I'm supposed to have the breakup. Like, okay, eventually it's gonna happen more likely, you know? And as a forewarning, if you're in a positive manner, the longer you are with the individual, the more it's gonna destroy both of you. Whoever is more empathetic, typically the queens are, it's gonna hurt really fucking bad, and you get stuck in a trauma, and you break up 1 time, 2 times, you fight for them. Traditionally, corny ways, you pray for them, all that bloodbath for at the outcome of the situation. Typically, us man, okay, we're both narcissistic, and we're gonna keep fucking cheating on you. We're gonna keep being verbally, physically abused type of situation, and no higher source can do it for us but us, the person in America. It's my journey. I gotta feel my feelings to comprehend my feelings to evolve in life. But, oh shit, what I did to her was wrong, you know. And I wouldn't like that either type of situation. I fucked up. Maybe you can potentially rekindle it, but if it's verbal abuse, yeah, more likely you'd be okay with the situation for the most part. But it's just a day-by-day, baby steps type of situation. If it's like physical cheating and physical abuse, yeah, I don't recommend that. But bullshit. Words, you can potentially recover from that, but not physical. You know, you guys with each other, that type of situation, shit's breaking. That's not healthy at all. Because that's called a person that's triggers. They can't control the triggers. They become triggered. The devil comes out of them. And the cheating, that corny ass line, remember, it's factual. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a player, always a player. With you, yes, it's very factual. My situation, partner should cheat, it's over. There's no, like, we'll talk about it as adults, but she probably thinks, well, we're talking about it in our head, right? Because we do overthinking, and our head's overthinking, right? Whatchamacallit. I feel the opposite. Oh, as far as what? Twisting my masculine. You know, we're talking about it. So she thinking maybe like her exes, my tattoo exes. Well, they give me chances, I cheat on them. Like, I'll be like, yo, queen, hey, I'm not your exes. So maybe with them, y'all talked about it and kiss made up and try to get, no, with us, it's over. What do you mean it's over? As zillion queens in the universe, I'm going to stress about you. Why? Why don't you start the healing journey? Figure out why it failed, you know? Verbal and physical abuse. Oh, the intent not to be verbal and physical, man. That's like, it all starts with verbal. It all starts with verbal. It will build to physical. It could be like they're breaking plates, shit's flying, they're punching fucking walls. They're not punching you yet. But before it gets to physical shit flying, yo, respectfully, you just said, then I know the door's right there. You could have a long time ago, man. But yes, it's harder with kids because fuck, when your little one asks, yo, mom, dad, where's mom at? Where's dad at? Why aren't you together? It's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna choke, you're gonna choke at the fuck. Like, what do you respond? You know, we're taking a little space, you know, the daddy, mommy's wrong, like all that corny bullshit excuses, like, you know, it's like, fuck, sucks, you know. Verbal has me the worst, honestly. Oh yeah, no, verbal, that's again, because why? Words cut deeper than a knife. The worst people you can destroy with your words are to your partners and your kids. Everybody else, I can cuss you the fuck out. I could hurt your feelings, but definitely wise, you can hate my ass, most definitely you can. But eventually we kiss and make up. I apologize, you know, I work on myself, healing journey, what I said was wrong. I'm telling the truth and accountability. You can see it authentically. I'm saying that. Cool. You know what? You bring your walls down. We can rekindle that shit. That's why with your siblings, whomever, family, friends. You know, you always kiss and make up a fucking billion times. But with kids and partners, yeah, that's a whole different type of recovery process. Like to heal that, it's really, really hard. You know, typically it's pretty much over. Kids, maybe, but partners typically not really. You know, because especially when someone cheats and becomes, you know, physically abusive. The memory is always there, you know, the trauma is always there no matter what. So that's why the intent to be selfish in a positive manner. Even let's say your partner starts, you know, therapy, counseling, healing journey, cool. But you're the one that's traumatized, the verbal part, the physical part, and they cheat on you. Yo, you lost every which way, you know, respectfully wise. Oh yeah, no, yeah, please do. You can, anyone can jump in the box. You don't have to comment, you don't have to talk, you don't have to cam up, show your face. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter who's on here, respectfully. Hard to forget. Oh yeah, no. Well, that's the part you like. You can try to forget it, but that's when you lie to yourself in your head. That's why we have like we're traumatized with the child trauma, middle school, high school type of situations where you're like, you put that shit aside and you put it back in your head. And let's say it's trauma, like you bury that shit so deep that you forgot you're traumatized about. I don't know, like your teacher yelling at you, an adult yelling at you, like. Now when people yell at you, oh fuck, I don't know, they just trigger me. But why they trigger you? I don't know. You do know, you're just scared to feel your feelings. That's the dilemma-wise, So that's why I tell everybody, gotta feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. If not, it is what it is. No, it's not. I'm gonna ask about your story and what happened to you and your baby mom and how it ended up in separation and co-parenting. Oh, okay. So my first baby mom, that's a long time ago. 2000, I had the V card. I had the forewarning. Remember this, like, for the most part, the person that you can say they can guarantee you they'll be always by your side forever. Who is it? Respect for the easiest people to destroy. At the same time, the easiest people that for the most part will love you authentically is who? All the religious people, all the spiritual people, because the codependent religion, the codependent the spiritual universe, right? And especially if she has the V card. What's the V card? The Virgin card, right? So guess what? An analogy metaphor, like, I tell myself this because I love, religion, spiritual universe, Greek type of situation, right? So when you got the V card, the Virgin card, and you lay down, with someone's empathetic ways, you should be okay. But if they're narcissistic and you do the opposite track where you're the nice guy, nice girl, and you lose it to the person, the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl, you're about to get destroyed. You don't know this yet. What? You just self-sabotage your life, and you're actually about to be coming out knowing, hey, what's up, queen? How you doing? Welcome to life. Respectfully wise, right? So I was almost 20 years old, right? I had the V card, and my first married mom was Latina, raised in New York, but I was in a Venezuela type of situation, like 4 cultures in one. I'm Hispanic, Mexican American. She Latina from South America type of situation. So we speak Spanish culture, but a different dialect, different ways of growing up type of situation. And she didn't have. Well, she told me she did, but nah, she didn't have the V card at all. Respect me, I say this, right? But I had the V card, so analogy metaphor. You have the V card. Whoever you laid down, remember this. Not physically. It's just a verbal, right? It's a. I can't forget the word. Analogy metaphor. Whoever you laid down, we have the V card, the Virgin card. In your eyes is a being. That is your God. That's your God, goddess. All you see is them, and that's. I promise you 1,000. It sounds what? It's an analogy metaphor. All you see is them, especially with the nice and natural. You're too empathetic. You're too nice. You're too gullible. You give them everything. You will give them their fucking all, right? I know you will. I did the same shit. The downfall is this: if you did opposite attract, your boyfriend, girlfriend, who you asked the V card, the Virgin card to, the two narcissistic, the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl, you about to get destroyed for years, babies to be, a long fucking time. And that's the shitty part, because the longer you're in the bridge, the more it's gonna hurt you and destroy you. And it sucks and it hurts because you pray by manifest. Trust me. My first baby mom, 12 years, 3 daughters deep. Our first daughter, first year in 2000, I could have left. I knew she was toxic as fuck, right? No. Born, raised a Catholic, through the fucking thin, thick and thin, like my parents, auntie, all that blood, that stupid ass respect for the gender cycle. I did all that shit. Second year, nope. 10 years after the fact, am I saying that right? 8 years after the fact, have a third daughter. Like, nope. But it's okay, because I had no support team, respectfully. I tell people, like, if you don't have support teams that can actually elaborate correctly as best as possible, then, and everyone's like, oh, you deserve better. Okay, but can you tell me why I deserve better? What is wrong with my partner? I know they're not good, but what do you see that I don't see? Can you please elaborate? No, respectfully, you don't have a support team then. So that fell off really hard. At the end, I finally chose myself, and then that's when I knew the terms a little bit of an empath or narcissist, but I should have done more research on it. I did. I was there. Fuck it. It is what it is. Try another relationship.
So was it the religious factor of it? Is that what you were saying, or no?
Well, you can say yes, because remember this: your caregivers, whoever raised you, your mother, fathers, whoever your caregivers are, fathers, mothers, aunties, whomever raised you, right? So they teach you their beliefs, be religious, spiritual. So that's nothing, which is nothing wrong with the mother. Nothing is wrong with that, because remember this: God is good, and what I say now, and you are good. King, queen, your energy is beautiful. I love the way you carry yourself, right? The downfall is the person you're about to get by your side. God is good, the energy is shit. They aren't good. You're about to get destroyed. And the downfall, when I say is when you're too, respect, I say is the easiest people to destroy in the whole universe is the people that are too, they're too codependent of everything. Too codependent of science because they're atheists. They're too codependent of religion, too codependent of the spiritual universe.
Like always rely
Yeah, like, well, God will do it.
Something.
Yeah,
That's
God will change my ways. Allah of the universe, my ancestors, like, respectfully, if that's factual, then why are we suffering? Why are we talking about it? Why are you scared of love? Make that shit make sense. If higher source can do it for us, I go respect. We got sold the dream. That's all it is. We got sold the dream. And how many years have you been doing it for? And respectfully, what was the outcome? You're not winning. Not, at least not yet. You'll win when you actually start the healing journey. And then, you know what? I get it now. Everyone that comes in my life, to be a physical and the spiritual universe, right? Whatever you believe in, 40, 10, 20, the matrix, right? Everyone's a messenger, and everyone's just what communication, be it they're narcissistic or they're empathetic wise. That's why everyone comes in life as a blessing. When they leave, what's the lesson? Be it positive or negative. There's always lessons to be learned. I promise there is. But you're the only one that can do comprehension. Nobody else can do comprehension for you. They can elaborate, give you every fucking story. We'll give you everything, right? But once again, as a being, I won't give up on you. But yo, king, queen, I did the same shit. Don't worry, you're good. I won't give up on you. Other people in the healing journey, maybe they better start it. And you might exhaust them because, they're going through the breakup. They're going through divorce. And this subject is triggering for them because they're not ready to feel the feelings again. They're trying to push them away, avoid them best as possible. And you're triggering. It's not your intent to trigger them, but you're fresh at a breakup. They're overcoming it, or trying to overcome it, So that's why the intent as beings try to respect people's boundaries. And people in general, like, yo, open your mouth. But I don't want to be mean. You're a people pleaser. You're not being mean by verbalizing boundaries at all, man. But nobody has to respect them. So if they don't respect them, what are you doing? What are you choosing? Stay there, chase them. I need people like, no. There's a zillion people in the universe. I promise you, other people out there potentially in the healing journey you can talk and vibe with, So that was my first baby mom. So 3 years, 12 years, 3 years, I'm thinking back. 3 daughters, 12 years with her. Second girlfriend, maybe like 6, 7 months. And then third girlfriend, about a year potentially. That one I lost my brother. So as a forewarning, I said at the time, as a forewarning, no one tell you, hey, if you haven't lost your parents, your siblings, your kids, anyone close in your four walls as little kids you grew up with, that death, as a forewarning, to put fear in a positive manner, it's about to destroy the fuck out of you. Everyone has a way to grieve a type of situation. If you're in a relationship, try not to push your partner away. Especially if your relationship is decent, you might lose your feelings, become numb. Do not push them away, And I tell you, all the partners, don't give up on your partner. They're just going through it really, really hard. They don't know how to feel these feelings because they just lost someone really close to them. And they were, they've been through, funeral type of situations. Aunties, cousins, friends shed tears. This one's oh my, yeah. So it's a major curveball, and it messes you up pretty bad. But everyone has his own way of recovering the grieving process. Some might be okay. Some will say we're good. Wear the mask, smiles. Become weak, hit rock bottom. And respect for you, become zombies, addicts, stuck in addiction because you lost your father, you lost your kid, you lost your partner, anyone that was really close to you. But once again, the toughest ones is the ones you grew up with, respectfully. So that's it for warning. That's my third girlfriend. So I lost my feelings. So broken. Lost my feelings. Went through with my brothers, bury all the good stuff, right? And then my ex, the mother of boys, the mother of boys, she picked me up when I was down. So she was, once again, they can say I'm healing or I'm trying to change my ways, work on my anger issues. That's called healing. They don't have to say I'm verbally saying, I'm healing. As long as they're trying to change the ways, that's called the healing journey on their ways, right? So she was healing, I was broken. So there it is, opposites attract. She thought maybe. Remember, guys, nobody is the one. Nobody is the one. You can't, if someone's going through shit in life, you can be their friend and social support team. You can't go into life to maybe potentially that fiction and save them. You can't. You go there and guide them. But if you want to try to become the one, respectfully, I pray for you. Try, go find your face, respectfully, it's not going to work in your favor. So that's the shit. You don't want to get involved with people that are going through either breakup, divorce, something very fresh. Try to build compassion for people. Because if you don't build compassion, you will do it like a lot of us did. You make decisions with your heart, feelings, everything sympathy-wise. That's the dilemma. Yes, you can offer them love and guide them, but as a friend, a social support team, not as a partner. Only if you both talk about it. I'm from got a fresh breakup, so did you, cool. A lot of you try to do communication comprehension, we can try this. If it gets out of hand and we too many triggers, you shut down, I shut down, then we'll just squash it. It's an adult conversation. That's beautiful. You trying, That's cool, but typically that doesn't happen. You're beautiful, I love you. The feelings, yeah. I pray for you. Go find your face. Don't make decisions you fit in. He was 7 when I was so clean. Respectfully, So that's why I play all these clips every which way. Just to tell stories, to guys forewarn, so you don't accept your toxic relationships and daydream about love. That's so unjust. That's the worst. Like, I pray about manifest. Cool. That's a positive. You know, how you supposed to do for
Or
them?
especially if like two people are not healed yet, they're still healing. You know, two broken people. That's how is that gonna work? That's not typically.
Right. It can maybe work, maybe, right? As long as you both trying, keyword trying, to do communication comprehension the best as possible. Like talking in the beginning, yo, chill out. Scenario once again. I don't want to break up, Queen. You're at a breakup. We talk about it. Remember this. When you shut it down, if I and I'll verbalize it, yo, if I say something like, I'm speaking, but on your side, I'm not your ex, right? But you're still traumatized, and the word I just said, or the sentence I just said, triggers you because in your head, it's your trauma, your memory with them. That's what they said, and now it triggers you. Please let me know. Because I'm just speaking, I'm not yelling, I'm just talking. Nothing, you know, my body language is not being fierce. I'm being rude to you, my voice is nothing. It's all, you know, platonic love and respect to you, right? But hey, what's up? How you doing? But on your side, you're so traumatized. So please let me know. Don't shut down and push me away. That's the dilemma I tell people. Like, when your partner shuts down and they need the space and time, like how much, like my situation, and other works myself, I'll tell you day one, like, yo, Queen, like how much the scenario, if someone triggers you, your father, your ex, whomever it is, right? And they're triggering you shut down, how much space do you need? How much time do you need? Why do I gotta get, you know, crucified and I can't hold you? I can't, nothing, cuddle nothing with you. Because you're feeling cool. So I would tell you, yo, remember this. My life does not stop because you're down. I would check on you before I leave, you know, wherever I'm going after I come back home. I would tell you, baby, good? You want to eat? I'm on the streets doing my thing, doing errand type of situation, right? So, whatchamacallit. But when I get back home, I would check on you. But if you keep shutting down for how much longer, that's a dilemma. Like, you know, that can cause relationships to fall apart. Or your partner is like, you know what? I can't do this no more. All you do is take my energy. I respect for you. I love you to the fullest. But no, like, I'm trying to talk to you, you just stare at me and you just cry. And I'm not a mind reader. So can you try to talk to me? You know, it's not for us today. We can try tomorrow, but it's been 4 days, 5 days, 10 days. This is the dilemma. So that's why I tell people, like, if they're taking energy, why do you allow it? But once again,
And that's one thing that I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
But someone asked me earlier in my life. They were like, "So has your like mental? Because I have some mental health issues, and I'm dealing with it, like coping with it, and I work with, you know, I do see it, or I have seen a therapist in the past. But anyways, they're like, have you been the problem, or do you think you were the problem? And I said, to be fair, yeah, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the relationships ended because I was just too much. So
potentially, but like, okay, you know yourself as a being, right? So when you say you're too much, can you try to elaborate why you believe you're too much? Like, is it your traumas, your triggers, you're jealous, controlling?
just the insecurities, fear of abandonment probably, and just major anxiety and panic attacks where like sometimes it makes me want to isolate or I shut down.
Yeah.
And that can be hard on the other person. And I am diagnosed with paranoia, so for somebody that doesn't understand paranoia, like I'm not schizophrenic, it's
Right.
a different type of paranoia.
Right.
And you don't understand that can be overwhelming.
No, yeah, well, there's different kinds of paranoia that tell people, like, basically paranoia, like, everyone has their own terminology, right? But you feel like everyone's looking at you, like, you're paranoid, like, they might look at you, but not directly at you. Let's say, scenario, Queen, I'm looking at you, but let's say your wall is a picture. So I'm looking at you, right? But actually looking behind you. But my eyes, you know, on your side, you physically see in my eyeballs, right? But you don't know I'm actually passing through you, like, you know, that type of situation. That paranoia can be bossy. Everyone's looking at me like, no, social anxiety, you know, paranoia, like, no. They might look at you, but not looking directly.
The paranoia that I deal with, it's not like overly where it's like I think, oh, they're looking at me. It's a little more like complex. So it's not like severe, but I guess I also I have a tendency to assume, or I'm paranoid like that, I guess that person's gonna leave, or I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah, okay, so that feeling, right? So that's what I see my tattoo up here, right? It says, what I used to be, it says 95% of the universe, you're broken, codependent, scared to be abandonment issues. That's not, to my number, to throw fear in the whole universe in a positive matter, 95% of the universe like that. But it's scary. It's a bad feeling to have, right? But I tell people, why live in fear? Fear in a positive manner, to scare in a positive manner, right? Did you know anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone could go to get back up with you? That is their choice of will. But I promise you, before it gets to that point, all the red flags are there. I can guarantee you they were there. Because if everything's consistent, communication, comprehension, we're talking about vibing, right? Lovey-dovey, everything's beautiful. But little by little, less texting, less calling. Thank you, Twisted. Thank you, Queen. Less, we live, Queen scenario, you're not together. We live together. Lay down in the same fucking bed, and you're on the phone, I'm on the phone. Babe, can we talk? And you just look at me, or you just ignore me. What is that love? Is that healthy? Is that communication comprehension? No. The spark's ending. Oh, thank you for the thing, Queen. Respectfully, And when it's happening, right? What are you doing? What are you choosing? Do you stay quiet? Well, if I talk to them about the subject, I might trigger them. Now you're walking in eggshells. If you can't be yourself about the relationship respectfully, now that I worked on myself, what am I doing there? Deadass. And I'm sorry, you might hurt people's feelings. It's okay to hurt people's feelings. It's my life, not your life. I'm the only person that I need, chase, compete, submit, and evaluate is myself, the person in the mirror. Not from my partner, not for nobody else. But the intent is to match energy, not take energy. So respectfully, to tell people when you work in yourself, like, if you want to lower your standards, the big word standards, then if you do, most definitely verbalize that shit. King, Queen, there's a lot of good in you. We crack jokes, energy is beautiful, but I know you're still going through a breakup, divorce, whatever, trying to do co-parenting. But I know you're trying. That's beautiful. And I know the way the way your energy is. I can tell you didn't allow me type of situation. But remember this: we can try this. I will lower my standard for us, but I'm letting you know if I'm too much for you, the door is right there. You can't hurt my feelings. I promise you. Don't live in fear. Don't accept me, because then you live in your misery. On my side, I can be happy as fuck. Everything you treat me good to the fullest. But little do I know, on your side, you're not fully satisfied for whatever apparent reason. The way I carry myself, I speak to other females, my tattoos, whatever it is, But as long as you try on both sides, communication and comprehension best as possible, the potential you can make it work. But that's why it's day by day, baby steps.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
One thing you mentioned was, like, I think it was last night or a few days ago, but you said something about, fear of being alone. The more you talk about that, the more that I realize that's something that I've always struggled with. Like, and not even just that I feel like I need to have a partner, but, like, I have anxiety where, like, I don't like being alone in general.
Right.
Like, my anxiety will get worse when I'm alone.
Oh, yeah, no, it's very factual. That's why we distract ourselves. What do? People make me feel good. Man-made bullshit makes me feel good. So the question is this: why can't you make yourself feel good? Because you're scared to be alone, right? The codependency part. So the downfall is you can have everything. Your kids make you feel good. Your partner, cool. Your job, car, money, power, and fame. But when you lose everything and everyone decides to get up and leave, what will happen to you? Will you accept it? Will you chase adults? Go body hopping? All that shit. Like, no. But yes, because we're raised that, once again, that we need people. So we're codependent people. We're not scared. We're not toxic. Guess what? Like, I'm letting you know you don't need people. You should want people. But you know what? You're too young for this conversation. But I'll keep reminding you every which way. Because if you live in fear like that, that means that anyone leaves, you're going to chase them. Especially the adults. Why are you chasing adults? Adults, everybody knows right from fucking wrong, but we choose to do wrong. We choose to lie to ourselves, right? Cheating is not wrong. But everyone's telling you it's wrong. That's their belief. They believe that cheating is not wrong, right? So they're a red flag. Don't get involved with them. Well, he or she's beautiful cosmetically, but inside they're broken like your lust. They don't know what the healing journey is, So don't get involved with them at all. But that is your choice. You will. If you think maybe you're the one, I pray for you. Go try to save them, but you're about to get destroyed. Once again, respect. You just don't know that yet, So that's the dilemma is. And yes, initially, the healing journey is scary because you are alone. You don't have a partner because now you're like, cool, you know what? I'm not trying to work on myself. I'm not, if someone tries to like pass me and shoot the shots, I'll realize my boundary that, hey, I'm on the healing journey. I'm trying to work on myself. I'm not ready for a relationship. But I like you. King, queen, you can like me all you want. If you want to be patient about it, maybe down the road, but not for now. We could be friends, social support teams, but that's it. And remember this, rejection protection, they can tell you, no, I'm not going to wait. Nobody has to wait. So don't be forced, don't rush the process at all, man. The potential to be will match your energy and to be patient if they want to wait for you. Or if they want to be on standby, right? That's their choice, you will, So, nothing wrong being alone. But once again, codependency, and then, well, whoops, yes, And with the breakup, divorce is the loneliness. Your ex, the word, 2 words, nobody, no space body. Your ex not coming home at night. Nobody else is coming home at night. Now you're all alone. It is scary. Because you have the physical touch is beautiful. Even though you bitch about your relationship, you cuddle with them. It feels good. It's a good feeling to have, right? The downfall of the toxic relationship is toxic to the fullest. It's not healthy, you know? So that's why the intent in due time is to choose yourself. Once you start choosing yourself, be selfish in a positive manner, you won't accept toxicity. I promise you won't. Red flags, I observe them, comprehend them, I realize boundaries. If they get mad, that is their choice. We can talk about it. They don't have to talk about it. But once again, adults, men and women, the healing journey, we talk about all this stuff. Boys and girls, too much for them. Inside, respect if they're broken, not get lost. Outside, cosmetic, beautiful, money, power, fame, awesome, but they're not holding relationships. If they are, they're miserable. They're bragging about the cars, their home, my job, my money. And like, yeah, king, queen, but what about your partner? What? You bitch about them all the time? Well, fuck them, I don't worry about them. But look at my beautiful car. So you don't want to have a conversation. Okay, sounds good. And tell me you're the problem. Your car can't give you advice. Your money can't give you advice. Your job, your career cannot give you advice. Nothing. It's only you as beings, right? So, or once again, the generational cycle. It is what it is. You only live once. And be a couple and feel single. Daydream about love. Be happy for everybody in love. Everybody but yourself. Yeah, I don't miss that. You know, respectfully. But I'm about to play this clip real fast. And this guy, he's cool. He's I forget his name honestly. He's been doing a podcast for a minute apparently on TikTok. He barely came out maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. So me, like I tell him, yo, King, you're doing good. Like if you see what I see, whatchamacallit, remember this, like allow us wear the mask, smiles, right? But it's on the eyes. It's eye contact. It's on the eyes. People that are on the healing journey or haven't started, they don't like eye contact. Like direct eye contact. Like me, I look straight into your eyes, you know, and they'll, you know, I tell they get awkward, you know. I'm like, you staring? I'm just studying you. What do you mean? I'm studying your eyes. Eyes tell you everything, man. So this cat, cool cat, right? He's still on the healing journey. He says it. He talks about life, breakups, all that stuff. Yeah, I believe he has no kids, right? But he gets emotional. His eyes get teary. I was like, yeah, because he's still trying to figure it out. I got to tell you, King, you're the over myself. Same shit, but my situation, like, when I would get teary-eyed, I bite my teeth. Because I'm talking about, you know, trying to do co-parenting, see the kids, I see you in the weekend. It fucks me up. Holy shit, it sucks balls. But it'll fall into place, right? But his podcast is pretty cool because it's all about life. All about life. He brings people on, like, that he knows, that he meets when he's walking, and just talk about life, you know? But this is pretty cool. This is a good one to watch.
Says a lot about me. Yeah. To know that she loves me says a lot about me.
Yeah.
Because, oh gosh. Because there's some days the only thing that I have is that she loves me and she's the greatest. She represents everything that's good in the whole universe to me. And she, of everyone, she's like, that guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take him. She knows something about me sometimes I don't know.
Right.
And that doesn't just have to be a husband and a wife. That could be a friend. That could be you and I.
Right.
It's like, I love you. And you should just, on those days, you know, that and we're strangers. We met today.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
honestly, like, sometimes just to have a friend that's be like, well, I can't believe it about myself, but man, if that person who I respect and love so much,
Yeah.
if that guy loves me, then it says a lot about me. And sometimes that's maybe just gonna have to be enough.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And that's a good feeling to have when you have like good support teams. Because they remind you, like, yes, you're struggling, yes, you're going to break up, divorce, remember this, I'm here for you. You don't see what I see, but you're an awesome individual. You're just going through it really hard right now, and you're questioning your self-worth. You're scared to be alone. And I tell my support team, told me that, like, yo, I know that face, I know that fear, I know those tears. You're the little version of myself. You have all the right to feel like that, but this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve. So when you comprehend those feelings, you won't ever have that feeling again, because you're like, I don't want to ever be sad again. Yo, Queen, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. You're gonna break up with me, like you know, old relationships. You know, you're toxic as fuck, and I'm gonna leave you. Now I'll be like, why'd you say you leave me? The Queen, the door's right there. Less talking, more working. What? What do you mean? You just say you're gonna leave. So less talking. Don't verbalize it. Actually, speak on the words, right? So grab your stuff and go. What? You want me to go? No, you said you wanted to go. I don't chase. I don't want to ever chase an adult ever again in my life. So there's a door. What? Are you scared to leave? So why are you doing your threats for? To gas and manipulate, like, nah, that won't work on me ever again. The overage myself, yeah, would sit and don't know, because that's codependency. I don't fight, I won't ever fight for a relationship at all. Why? I don't need you in my life, I want you in my life. A zillion queens in the universe, and why stress about one? Respectfully, you know? So, when you have a good support team, it's beautiful. Fucking, that's the best feeling to have, like, shit. You know, that's what you see, like, yeah, you're doing good. You might not feel like it, but I promise you, you're doing good, you know? And it's day by day baby steps and support teams. Like they told me, like, I make it sound easy because I'm working on my self-healing journey, or I'm healed. You're barely starting from the bottom, so it hurts really bad in the beginning. Don't give up, do not become scared and go back to your ex. If you go back to your ex, I'm here for you, but I don't recommend it. 7 years deep, 5 boys, right? That's not a good outcome for the most part. So now time to figure out why it failed. So next potential to be, you do communication comprehension, you talk about everything, so you don't have a third baby moms, have another kid, right? Make sure everything is good best as possible. And that I love it for that. Because now what I do, 4.5 years now doing this, I just tell stories, I play clips, let's have fun with this. I'm never gonna go backwards. Yes, the intent not to go backwards best as possible, you know. Yeah, but that's your choice, free will. Because everyone comes to your life as a blessing. When they leave, what's the lesson? Be positive or negative. There's always lessons to be learned. I promise you that, you know. And it's you as a being. Everybody behind the screen, everybody, it's your healing journey. If you ever start it, you're the only one that can complete it. Nobody else can't do this for you at all. We can hold your hand, and guide you, but that's about it. You know, you're in a toxic relationship. I'm not. When I go home, no toxicity. I don't got a toxic partner because I don't got a partner. You got a partner. I pray for you. I'm always in your pocket. You can be a child. Let's do this. But remember this. Eventually, you get off the phone with everybody, right? And then let's say your friends come over to visit you, be supportive, but they gotta go home. And now you gotta deal with your partner, and you have to talk to each other. You're upstairs, she's downstairs. Fuck all that bloodbath. That is so horrible. You know, all I say with like respect, religious talk, heaven and hell. Talk relationships. That's called heaven. You know, hell on earth. Healthy relationships. That's heaven on earth. I can talk to you, lovey-dovey. We talk about everything. You know, it's you know, healthy boundaries. Like my situation, I'm not just controlling it all. So let's say I have a partner and she wants to travel with the homegirls, with the family. Yo, queen, do your thing, babe, do your thing. Just check in once in a while type of situation. People will be like, and remember this, everybody has the right to question you in general. Like, why do you let your girlfriend or husband leave? They've been gone for a month. He or she could cheat. Like, yeah, they could cheat. But my situation, I don't worry about that. If they cheat, the door's right there. I'll leave, she can leave, whatever, but we're not gonna be together. If your partner cheats, what will you do? Shed tears, chase for them, fight for the relationship? Then you're the original self. Why are you fighting for someone that cheated? Respectfully. You know? Why don't you fall back, start the healing journey? But I know, I get it. You're scared to be alone. I gave him a year or two. Yes, you gave him a year or two, 5 years of your life. And that's to say in a positive manner, which you're not taught this at all, which I'm respectfully saying. Like, I'm surprised a lot of people don't elaborate this. Be religious, spiritual, be like therapists, counselors, psychiatrists. Like, remember this. You and I cannot get, nor buy back what God Almighty cannot give it back to you. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings around people around you, especially by your side as a partner? Make that make sense. That's why it hurts more. That's why you're bitter, you're hateful, etc. Because yes, you gave him everything and give him a year of your life. You can't get that year back. But the positive is, it was only 1 year of your life. It was not 2, it was not 3, it was not 10, it was only 1. That's a positive, you know? Yeah, you got to see 4 for yourself, 2 inches on, right? Exactly. So, once again, any comments, Brittany? You good? Chilling? You okay?
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll play some more clips, okay? So this cat here is DMX, right? But awesome rap artist. He was a fucking beautiful poet, right? But respect when I say this, remember this, respect when I say this, the downfall is beings. When you hit my tattoos, you become weak, right? You hit rock bottom, become a zombie, acting an addiction. You can be the best religious, spiritual person in the universe. Respect for your flaws is this. It was the what you doing. Respect for the flaws what? Big pharma, right? You can talk about God, the universe, yes, but the downfall, you as a being, as you're preaching that, saying that, it's motivational, inspiration, it's beautiful, exotic. The downfall as a being, your personal life, you're not living a good life, you know? You're inspiring others, awesome, but why can't you inspire yourself? Respectfully, you know? That's a dilemma as beings. Like, and I don't get sugar people, you know, who are you to judge? The woke people, that's what we do. We judge in a positive manner to elaborate, to call you out, because now it's personal. I just called you out. And I know it's personal feelings, but you don't want to feel these feelings, then there's your dilemma. Respectfully, that's why you want to evolve. And that's why respectfully you'll be in many toxic relationships to be, because you're hurt, right? Not intentionally, but you do like I did. Hurt people, heal people. What do we do with heal people? So God informs you, don't do what I did, what a lot of us did. And you don't accept toxic relationships, you know? So, but yeah, let me play this it's pretty awesome. But once again, it's religious talk, God talk. You don't have to be you don't have to be religious at all. Just listen to the words. It's all about the message, okay? So just listen to the words.
Sometimes we won't know what God is willing to do for us until we're in a situation where only God can do it for us. God won't walk you to what he won't walk you through. He won't walk you to what he won't walk you through. So earlier, God is the only one who can have a bad situation become a beautiful situation without ever changing the situation. The only thing, listen, the story has already been written. It speaks on before we were born and refers to after we're gone. So if the story has already been written, if the story has already been written and it goes from A to Z and we around Q somewhere, then what makes us think as his creations that we can change any aspect? What makes us think we can change any aspect?
So what he says for the most part is like positive religious, but as a forewarning, when I say this, like you said, God can do it. Well, if you're born and raised as a Catholic, or you know, once again in the spiritual world, like God allowed the universe, your ancestors could do it for you. And when it comes to the spiritual universe, astrology, numerology, crystals, Wiccans, tarot card readers, yeah, that's what you're taught, right? But respectfully, if it was factual, to call it the whole universe, if it was factual, then why are you suffering? If higher source can do for you whatever you believe a higher source could do for you, then why are you suffering as a being? Respectfully, why do you question your self-worth? All my tattoos, why do you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues? You can't look at your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. You still got triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, and the cherry top that fucks us, insomnia. Why? If higher source could do all that, quote unquote, respectfully, then why are you suffering? All my tattoos. Everyone got this shit. Everyone's got anxiety, depression. Everyone's got PTSD, ADHD, beep. Everyone got that shit. It's called triggers. Negative triggers. You're bothered, angered. All my tattoos. What? And you got triggered by what? Words. It's only 4 categories, man. Tell me I'm wrong. Words, feelings, conversations, the truth. A lot of people that are doing wrong, they don't want to hear the truth at all, right? Especially as men, aka we're narcissistic, a lot of them for the most part empathetic wise, y'all do communication comprehension. You talk to us a fucking million times about the same subject in toxic relationships, and you know what you're talking about, and we don't know what we're talking about. We do communication, you just talk, you're just talking to a wall, but for how much longer? That's the shit. You don't want to keep talking to a wall. Because we expect to call you out, you have a better chance to talk to a wall, because you already know if I talk to the wall can't talk. Yeah, you know the wall can't talk, but you're talking to a wall anyway. Your partner's just doing communication. They don't have to comprehend, and they won't comprehend because they don't know what the healing journey is. As men, when I talk to express their feelings, to talk to our partners, that's what you'll be. My housewife, and I have work wives everywhere. Wherever I go in the universe, I can have wives everywhere. Because remember this, you queens for the most part are empathetic. You see energy, you see I'm sad and depressed. All you gotta ask me a question, hey sir, you okay? I'm good. Well, you can say you're okay and lie to yourself, but I've been watching you. You're not okay. If you don't want to talk about it, I'm here for you. That's all it takes. I'm here for you. What? I'm here for you. That's all it takes. And from there, wise, you can evolve to more. It happens all the time. That's why I fuck work wives, work husbands, housewives. It happens all the fucking time. And everyone at work, it ain't my relationship. Okay, that's awesome. Don't do that shit. Hurt people, man. Then cheating destroys people. Every which way.
That person. I love you enough to let you go. Go find that person that you say that's better than me. Can't wait.
Did that hurt?
Everything hurt when you love somebody. I love for real. But like now, I can't wait to get my heart broke. I just use it for motivation. Shit turned me into a monster.
That's so easy.
Look at me. That's the fuel to this.
And that's beautiful. Like, what's up, Queensy? How you doing, Queen? Welcome to Alive.
Hey, how are you?
What up? Chillin'. How you doing? How's your day? How's everything? What's up, Sheila? What's up, Queen? Say it again?
Meeting.
Oh, really? Positive medium, negative medium?
I'm working with this little 10-year-old little girl, like a big sister.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. How's it coming along?
Little training meeting. Little challenging.
Yeah.
She's raised by some complainers, so trying to move her to a more growth mindset.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, day by day baby steps. That's positive, you know. That's how we can do. Let's try it each day above ground, you know. But see,
how are you doing?
good. Thank you. Blessed. But Quincy, since you jumped on, I'm gonna replay the clip. I don't know if you heard the clip, but I'm gonna replay it. And usually when I play these clips, like Queens, Kings, you're in the box. If you want, you can elaborate, participate. You don't have to. You'd be like, nah, I don't want to say nothing. Cool, right? But it's all positive talk, best as possible.
Okay.
It is.
I'll listen in whatever.
That's the future. I love you enough to let you go. Go find that person that you say that's better than me. Can't wait.
Did that hurt?
Everything hurt when you love somebody. I love for real. But like now, I can't wait to get my heart broke. I just use it for motivation. Shit turned me into a monster. Look at me. That's the fuel to this.
So, Brittany, what do you think? If you want to participate, you don't have to. Your choice, if you will. Or Queensy, whomever.
Oh, Queen can go first.
If you want to, Queensy, you don't have to.
I was just gonna say, like, I guess I was just touching on, like, Kevin saying, like, I love you enough to let you go, like, that's out of love, just, like, I know you're not good for me, and out of love, I'm gonna walk away from this situation because I know it's for the betterment of us both, type thing.
Yeah, beautiful.
So I think that's a really healthy knowledge.
Right, that's beautiful. Hell yeah. As it should be, right? Quote unquote. Hey, what's up, Val? And Brittany, what do you think, Brittany?
Something similar, like it's very mature and like a healthy, probably a hard thing to do, but like, love someone, let them go. It's a healthy thing to do.
Yeah. And then, whatchamacallit, with breakups, everyone has his situation. He's like saying, like, for him it motivates. Like he says, he can't wait for another breakup. It'll motivate him to be a monster type of situation, to recover. My situation, like, I won't ever have a heartbreak because I already comprehend the heart just an organ. So he's just having anxiety attacks, emotional breakdowns, depression, and motivation because of codependency, right? And that's why I tell you respectfully, when you're too empathetic wise, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too naive, called people pleasers. So you will overlove and you'll overthink. You'll give your all. The downfall by you overloving, you're people pleasing, and you're gonna self-sabotage your life not knowing because of what? Codependency. Yeah, babe.
Yeah, that's rough. That's his motivation.
Fruit cup.
At the same time.
8:30.
Is it gonna be open?
We'll call the one right there by the I think it's called Norteña, I believe. See what time they close. They
closes at 8.
How about the we can go to the truck.
Check.
The one right here, if it's there. If not, then we'll see what's on in a bit. Okay? I should bring it on. Try to shop around, baby, okay?
You about to go?
Go ahead.
You're gonna go get some food or what?
My daughter, she wants like the Mexican, like the fruit cups. They put like the cucumbers, watermelons, tajin, all that good stuff onto it. Chamoy, stuff. Yeah, all that. So yeah, the princess. So we always like going food shopping, not for myself, for her. But she's my youngest daughter. She's 14. She's a freshman. My oldest daughter's about to be 22. The second is 20. Then the boys the 5 boys. So they're 12, 10, 9, 7, and 5. But they were my co-parenting. I see them on the weekends. So yeah, I gotta call on you kids. Hey, what up, Chaka? What up, Queen? How you doing? How's it going? How you feeling?
Same.
But yeah,
I have no kids.
Well, that's good. Respect, I say, okay, nothing against nobody, but as a forewarning, right? Like, make sure you're good for yourself. To all my kids, no, everyone is young. Like, chill out. Wait till you're like 30 to 40 years, roughly. Make sure you maintain. Like, all you know, you can't beat the majors. You maintain a job, car, roof, a little money, and that's it, right? And you're maintaining. Now, that's the physical part. And the majors, quote unquote, to maintain. Now, working your mental health. Like, do you know what love is? You know, if someone passes boundaries, will you verbalize boundaries type of situation? Or, you know what, I don't want to be here with the feelings. Cool, I want to talk to them about this, but no, you're walking an eggshells, so you don't know what love is. So you be another toxic relationship, another one, or fuck this, your walls are fucking a million miles high. I'll be single so for the rest of my life because this lifetime, love is garbage. There is no love out here. There is no love out here? Okay, cool, I pray for you. That's all my kids, you know, learn from your mother, father. I'm your father. There's your mother, right there, right from the boys. Because the mother of our boys, of our daughters, respect for my tattoo. Nothing against her. Debbie mother, nothing against her once again. She has a support team. She's not in our daughter's life for the last 30 years of their lives, our lives type of situation. And she don't pay child support, you know. But that's that dilemma. But with the boys, co-parenting. To all my kids, don't become us, man. You saw us, verbal abuse, shit flying type of situation. Like me, you can all challenge me. Like, I don't respect you. I can destroy anybody with words. And then everyone has narcissistic traits. Me, I'm like, my number is 3 for the most part. So if I want you to think, yo, king, queen, this subject, I could do this all day. But I know you can't have this subject. It's too much for you. But you can say, oh, I'm ready for it. You can say you're ready, but remember this. We're going to talk about it, and you're going to get triggered, and you're going to start popping off. Cool, but remember this. I don't die with petty words. They're just fucking words. You will. And you can say, no, I won't. Okay, let's do this. But remember this. I forewarned you 3 times. And you're going to have a bad day. But you're going to hate my ass after this. And we go at it. And be, why are you crying? Why are you mad? You do reverse psychology. All the words you say, I'm saying, you just say the same shit. I don't care. They're just words. You don't know what these words are yet. You don't comprehend what they are. So that's the verbal abuse. Everyone has narcissistic traits. Do not become physical. Bothered, angered, that's your triggers. You know, you become triggered, the devil comes out of you, BPD, MPD, snap, but, you know, blackout, whatever. Yes, the devil came out of you now. You built hatred. Hatred is a swollen point momentarily. Now you can't catch in the case, or you hurt your partner, the kids, with words, and you can't rewind time at all. Now they're traumatized and they don't want to talk to you. They shut down. Every time they see you, they shut down. Yeah, you don't want that. It's a bloodbath, man. So that's why I just tell stories, so you don't become us at all. You know? Kids are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but as long as you're ready for them, as long as you can do, like, you know, have help from family and friends, because it can be a lot when you live, like, you know, say you have your partner, but both sides, your families are far from each other, so you're just you two as a couple. Then you want to have a kid, you have no friends, you might have coworkers on both sides or one side, but you have no one. You know what, babe, let's go out to eat this weekend, date night, but we have no babysitter. And they can, nowadays, you gotta trust people, man, to take care of your kid. They can hurt your kid passed away. You're traumatized as fuck because and you'd be like, you know, guilt yourself. If we want to go on that date, our kid will be still alive. You know, it's a lot of shit going on. That's why you gotta make sure you're so good for yourself as a being. If you're stressing with no kids, why, how, figure out that stress. The less stress in your life as a being, the more you'll be better for yourself. I can guarantee you that. And the worst stress in the universe is toxic relationships.
I agree with that too. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I agree with that. Like, I still kind of beat myself up because I used to tell myself that I wouldn't have children in a broken family, and you know that ended up being the case. You know, I used to always say, you know, I'm only gonna get married once, which I've only been married once, but it ended in divorce quick. Yeah. And like, so I agree with you. Like, when you're ready, and like, it's not something to rush. Like, if I could go back and redo it, I mean, I don't regret having my kids. I love my kids. I don't know if I would, but at the same time, I do things differently. Right. To be prepared.
Correct. And that's what the intent is.
For myself, I'm not ready to have kids yet. I feel like I'm way too broken to have children.
Well, that's a positive. You know, take your time. Everyone having the kids, please take your time. Like, don't like tell my kids, don't have the vocabulary of words of, like, you know, kids, no marriage. What? Don't worry about your relationship. You know, make sure you're good for yourself. Like, travel the universe, go to college, do what you want to do. But first and foremost, be stable for yourself. Yeah. And then at least have a home. Like, I tell my daughters, they're older ones, right? Anyone that's old, like, Just have a place to maintain. So let's say you and your partner bumping heads, that's your apartment. Isn't, you know, if you want to add to the lease, I don't recommend it, because if y'all bumping heads, it's going to fall off. And if he or she's in the lease, guess what? That would have hated it, they can still be there, and they're not going to pay rent. You don't got to pay rent, but now your shit goes to, you know, your rental history goes to shit because you ain't paying for it because of bitterness. Yeah, so that's why I tell everybody, just maintain for yourself, because if it does not work out for you, yo, babe, X to B, I want you to leave. If you don't, you don't have to leave, but this is my place. It's all on my name. It's not working out between us, so you don't have to leave. If you don't leave, you respect my boundaries. I call the boys in blue. They'll ask you off the they'll ask you off the premises type of situation. If it gets to that point, are you gonna call cops? It's America, ain't fucking Mexico, man. Simple as that, respectfully. Yes. You don't respect my boundaries and it's over. You don't like it, and so be it. I don't do toxicity at all. Maybe your ex-exes. I'm not your ex-exes. I'm today, the now, the present. Respectfully, you know. So I'm gonna play this.
Three things that.
Sorry, go frequency. I apologize. Go frequency.
I was just saying, I hear you and I understand you.
Thank you, Queen. But I'm gonna play this one. This is a sister to take on Nahida, I believe. She's the beast. She's the female version of myself, and she goes sturdy like I do. Like everyone has the way of speaking, and her wise, she's doing like therapy type of situation. I think she's like a life coach, all that. She's certified. Respectfully, I use the word coach. I'm not certified. Respectfully, I'm not knocking anybody, not even hurt anybody. Y'all go do man-made piece of paper, go to college, be a therapist, counselor. I got my face tattooed for a reason. I challenge all the universe. Whatever category you are, religious, spiritual, whatever it is, let's talk about life. I challenge you in a positive manner, you know, and it's not about being right. It's not being better than you. No one's better than nobody. Well, because not knowing, but I actually want to hear your knowledge, knowledge, wisdom, you know. That's it. Vibe with each other. But anyways, let me play this real fast.
You want when you're in no contact with a narcissist. You want a grip of your emotions because you know that you're tripping over somebody that doesn't deserve you. You want emotional independence so you can stop seeking validation from other people. And you want to find out who you are again after all that abuse. Like, you want to know who you really are under all that trauma. You don't know who you are because your identity was stripped away from you. Let me show you my process of getting you there when you enter my world. Number one, we get a grip of the because emotions runs the show. When you're emotionally exhausted, you're having nightmares, and you're having a whole bunch of running thoughts, those need to be calmed down. When you leave the abuse environment, you don't know how to function back into normal living conditions. You only know how to operate in chaos and trauma. So the first thing is that we have to bring that all the way down, because you have to be regulated in order for us to get to the next step. The next thing is that we would work on you learning how to take care of yourself. So when you were a little kid, you were not taught how to be independent. You were not taught how to love yourself. You were taught to people please. You were taught to put yourself last. You were taught to behave and do as you were told. So we would have to change all of that around so you could know how to take care of yourself. This is when you stop seeking external validation, when you actually start to believe the comfort that you give yourself. And then the third thing is that we need to do self-discovery. You need to get back into your roots. What were some things from childhood that you really loved? What was your favorite food? What was your favorite movie? Is there a favorite blanket that you maybe had? Getting back in touch with your identity all the way from over there and getting in touch with where you want to be. So you get in touch with who you already are from the identity that was stripped away from you, any culture, anything that you had that says you, and then you need to set some goals. Okay, and I mean real committed goals, because you need to know how to love who you already are. That's part of self-discovery. And then you need to figure out what the best version of you is. What is a life that's worth living look like for you, and how can we set big goals to be able to get there, but make it into small digestible steps. And I know all of that sounds like a fresh of breath air for you, because I know I was you 2 years ago. That's why I created my Stay No Contact mini course that I'm going to be launching at the end of this week. And the people that are already on the wait list, they get to have it for the best price that it's ever going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be sending them all an email for them to get their hands on this for the best price possible. And the reason why I did it this way is because not everybody has money to spend a shit ton of money on high quality coaching. And some people are not ready for coaching. Some people want to get through no contact on their own pace because they're still afraid. So when they feel like that they're in control, they'll be able to get the results that they actually want before deciding if they're actually ready for a a bigger commitment. Nobody else is offering what I'm offering because everybody offers it in expensive coaching packages. So if you're somebody that's actually ready for all of this and you don't know if you're ready for coaching yet, but you do want help, you want real life impact, things that you can actually implement in your real life to get you through no contact, this course is what's going to be it. And I'm dropping it for the best price that it's ever going to be. Literally only for tomorrow, for the survivors that take action, that are actually serious, so they can get their hands on this, because everybody deserves to know how to navigate no contact after narcissistic abuse. Join the wait list. I do no bullshit, direct, no beating around the bush, straight to the point coaching, and I actually tell you how to implement everything. So this is information in a course that you would be able to get if you did invest in one of my higher coaching packages. It's as if like I'm actually coaching you, but through a course on your own pace where you're comfortable.
Wow.
She's a beast.
That's amazing. Hey, yo, amazing Coach Rito. I'm sending good positive vibes your way. This lady right there is an amazing woman.
Oh, she's a beast.
That person is actually giving an outlet for those that don't know how to actually understand who they really are.
Right.
So, more power to you, Miss Lady. And I'm going to piggyback on what you were saying, because it is very important to understand that once you reach someone's frequency, it was meant for you to hear this information. That means that you should take action. And if anything that she said resonates with what you're doing in your life, you should actually take action into it. Now, I might not agree when it comes to charging, because I'm a life coach, and I do not charge for no one to actually understand how to become the best version of themselves. I do accept confirmation, like whatever, conversation you can give me, that's good when it comes to actually helping you become the best version of yourself, as I am a life coach. But I do understand her point of view when it comes to actually understanding that you have to pay for something that you would like to get to further yourself in life. That is not my own personal journey. That is her personal journey. Whoever she reach, that's for her to actually become the version of herself. It's not me.
Right.
And
same here.
She makes so valid points, because what she say is based on proof.
Oh yeah, thousands.
Everything that she say is true. For real.
Oh yeah, I tell you, like she does what I do. Like me as a being, I call anybody. If you're a therapist, counselor, psychologist, you're certified, right? Be cool. You're certified. I'm not certified. You got a piece of paper. Cause you said otherwise. I don't. I got personal experience. So let's have a mind debate, conversation about robbing your life. And typically they won't take it. Like, we have the credentials. So if I don't have credentials, then why are you scared to take it? Are you scared to get in your feelings? You know, that's the shit. And a lot of therapists counselors that they're certified, but they have no personal experience. So when you ask them, hey, like, how do I get over a breakup? How do I do, like, child trauma? When they give that kind of excuse, like, I don't know, it's your, that's your journey. Only you can answer that. You have nothing. All these clients you talk to, you pay whatever, $50, $100, even $20 an hour, and you haven't learned, comprehend anybody's story. You can't give me nothing at all. You don't have to say their name. Or I had a client. This is their story. Cool. That's the shit I do. This is not my personal story. This is one of my one-on-ones or my support team from 4.5 years ago. This is their story. Let me elaborate best as possible. You can't give me nothing. Other than that, it's your own journey. You got to find that out for yourself. What am I doing with you? You guys are paying all that money for what? To get sold a dream?
Gotcha.
I pray for you.
Gotcha. But look. That lady that speak about, she's, man, I'm sending nothing but good positive vibes her way, because she actually are giving people a door to walk through.
Yeah.
It's up to them to walk through that door. She's showing you the door, and it's up to you to actually walk through it. But just like you do, and I do on my own personal journey, we are showing people the door, but it's up to them to walk through that door.
Oh yeah.
And people choose to charge to show you the door, and some people just let you see, hey, it's free. But it's up to you to compliment me give me a confirmation for what I have helped you to go through. It's just, you know, it's part of life. If you do not help the people that is helping you become the best version of yourself, how can you actually help the next person?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
You have to show credit where credit deserves. Like Coach Rito being here in this app and many other apps, helping people to cope with their life. So it's nothing but right to compensate him for the job that he's doing. Now, he's not asking you, but if you feel it in your heart that you should,
right.
He will accept it because he knows that his life is all about helping the next person become better. But if you think that whatever he's giving you is not worth nothing, you don't have to give him nothing.
No, yeah.
If you compensate him, you would appreciate that because he's still doing his job, no matter if you don't think it's right for you.
Right.
He's doing his job. Like I'm doing my job just like she's doing her job.
Correct.
And it's all about understanding that if we all come together as a unit, we will make this world a better place. That's all it is. You know, it's all about making a difference. And if you're not making a difference in your life, you are not making this world a better place. If you're waiting for someone to make a difference in your life, that means that you are a zombie, sorry to say. You are a zombie. You're waiting for someone to save you instead of you saving yourself.
Right.
Because all answers are within you. All you got to do is ask yourself the right questions. And Coach Rito has been doing an amazing job to help everyone that comes across his frequency to let you know it's up to you to turn your life around. You're only one decision away from turning your whole life around. All you gotta do is take it. But if you don't want to take it, no one can save you or help you because you don't know how to actually understand that it's all about you. And if you don't know how to become the main character, director, and writer of your own real life, no one's gonna help you with that because your life is what is important in this journey, not mine. Your life. Your life is the most important thing about life. And if you don't know how to make a difference in your life, no one's coming to save you to make a difference. With that being said, back to you, amazing brother.
Thank you, hermano. Yeah, thank you. No, yeah, everybody has unbelievable. My situation, like, I tell people, hey, what up, Steph? How you doing, Queen? What you call in my head, I'm already rich and famous, you know, all that doing podcasts, but that's in my head. Physically, I'm not there, but I don't stop because of numbers. Like, you know, I got value. Look, you got all you do in the box, the value. Anyone that interacts, DMs, that's called value. Conversations, that's what I crave, love that. In a positive manner. It'd be nice to have volume and stuff, but I don't worry about that. I don't stop because of that, you know. Can't hear you? Oh, you can't hear me? Really? Maybe I'm being blocked on IG. What's up, babe? Let's go. Did you find a place or no?
We can see if the truck's open.
Call them, baby, before we go.
I don't know the truck, but I also want to go to Walmart.
Wally?
Yeah.
We'll do 15 minutes going with it. Yeah, 15 minutes going. Yeah.
Did you was playing a video? Was you playing a video about that lady talking about how to become the best version of yourself? That was a video?
That's a video. It's thousands of videos. These are TikToks. Thousands. I do this all day.
Amazing. Because you tricked me. I thought I was...
No. Yeah, no. I play clips. So, like, I tell people, like, it's my life, but it's our life, right? So, whatchamacallit, I play people's clips, like, it's my pod, right? But I invite people on here, and, like, this is not, you know, if I know, like, for example, this is Kevin Gates, I've never met him personally, but guess what? I can download anyone's TikToks, IG, Facebook, and Twitter onto my phone, and I play the clips on there, so, you know, the guy...
You tricked me because I thought that person that I was listening to was a real person that you was live.
No, they're not live, no. Nah, they're not live. I even tell her, like, we'll go back to DMs, right? And I'll tell her that. I'll be like, you know, I'll be, I play the clips of my pilot. You do a pilot? Yeah, it's a live podcast. Oh, she like, thank you for that. No, you're a beast to speak to. You speak like I do.
No, bro, stop it right there. You tricked me, man. Because when you was playing that shit, I thought it was somebody that was talking to you live right now.
Nah.
Because I could relate to what you were saying.
Right. Oh, no, she's the beast.
Now that I know that this person just did what she wanted it to do to attract as many customers she can to her, because she was talking about money. And I was like, okay. When she was talking about the rip, but when she started talking about money, yeah, it threw me off guard, because I know already that you was looking for people that are weak mind, like mindly, mentally weak, and these people will reach out to her because they don't know they have to pay. But a person like you and me, they're doing what we have to do to become the best version of ourselves. We don't charge for it. We just give it freely to the world. And now, when you come across somebody that is trying to charge to help you become the best version of yourself, it's kind of like, damn, you are using this to benefit yourself, but you don't really want to help nobody. You just want to help them become the best version of themselves. They pay you.
Right.
But the thing is this: you have to understand. Damn, that's amazing how you trick me, man. It's hard to trick me, but you trick me.
Well, that wasn't the intent. Right. That's not the intent with nobody. No. I just play clips. That's how people like. Who you talking to? Oh, go. This is not me. Somebody else is speaking, and that's why I tell people like I'm gonna play a clip. Right. On my side, I have video. On your side, all you have is audio. So remember this: all you have is audio. So when you hear these words, and it triggers you, be it negative or positive, but more on the negative side, talk to yourself. Why and how? I don't know who it is. I can't say what he's seeing, but I'm hearing the words, and they're just fucking words, right? So if it hits, talk to yourself. Why? How? I was doing good. Now I'm sad. Now I'm depressed. PTSD, child trauma, death.
Man, I'm gonna cry right now.
No, once again, it's not about tricking nobody. No, I just play clips. Like the regulars that know me, I'm always playing clips now. Because my situation, I'm talking about the same subjects all the time. So now what I'm gonna play a clip. Anyone in the box, and all these platforms, 10 platforms. If you want to join in, you can make a comment, jump in the box.
Hold on. Play the clip, man. I'm gonna let you know, for real. I heard what she was saying, and it hit me in my heart so hard that I felt like I'm mental right now. And I was like, man, I hope my brother Coach Vito have a real life person saying these things.
Nah.
And I was like, damn, I felt that. And I felt it so hard that I was sentimental.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I came through to let you know what I know.
Okay.
And then I found out that it was just a recording.
Yeah,
right
it's a
now,
clip.
I feel like I'm tricked.
Nah, you're
like,
good.
oh, shit.
You're good.
I got tricked.
The cool thing about it is they're clips. I tell people like if you want them, I could send you their links to the people. I can like if you have an email address, whatever platform, I could DM you the clip.
I want to know them because I know what you're doing and it's helpful for everybody else, but because I know you the way that I know you, I thought that you actually had a person that was trying to teach people when it comes to life and life coaching.
Right. No.
Yeah, I was like, damn, she was so point in my heart. But now I know that like you don't even know this person.
Well,
you don't.
I know through TikTok, through DMs. So me as a being behind the screen, I've talked to her through DMs. Like there's no audio, video chat. She said maybe in due time. Marie Spenfy, I've heard that for the last 4 years. Maybe in due time. When I hear that, it probably won't happen. But it's cool because texting the DM, that suffice. I told her, yo, Queen, you're doing good for yourself every which way. I give you a amount of respect to you because you're saying what I'm saying. And that's cool what you're doing to the fullest. Like, I remember this. I told you, Queen, you're a queen, right? You're a female. When you talk about narcissists, all this, you will get a zillion followers. As a female, I've been doing this for 4.5 years. You've been respecting that, it's not a race, no competition, but you're starting the healing journey maybe like about half a year ago. I've been watching you since, right? And you're doing really fucking good. I give you a amount of respect to the fullest, right? So, I'll promote you to the fullest. She's like, really? Like, yeah. That's why I follow your other platforms. And I share in my story mode because respectfully, if I play any females like TikToks, IG, Facebooks, I'll get more recognition. Go to my TikTok. Those numbers, those likes are not because of myself. Those followers are not because of myself. It's because I borrow people's clips. I remove the watermark, and if I choose to, I put my watermarks. I put like, hashtag 3D7 Red Pill, I see you, and then if I remember the creator, this is a TikTok, it'll be TT, whoever it is. If not, I just play a clip and that's it, I'm really inspired by you, and I want to do what you do, but sorry, my phone's retarded. Let me see, but don't even know where to start, and I'm still healing. Oh, Brittany, Queen, where are we gonna start? What I used to do in the beginning, I'll grab a piece of paper and I do notes. For me, if you want to get like hints, go on TikTok. In the search bar, type in like breakups, right? And there'll be a zillion TikToks. You grab your tissue box, right? And I would just take like whatever subject you're talking about, depression, anxiety, co-parenting, can't see your kids. Oh shit, touch your subjects, cool. I write down keywords, and I guess what guys I'm talking about this. So what I do now, I just play clips. I'm about to play a clip right now. So this is a forewarning. Remember this. I preach about technology, right? Use the phone correctly, not incorrectly. So I tell everybody like I'm a geek techie. So whoever you carry and you love about to the fullest, like and picture documents, do backups. Did you lose cell phone? You didn't back up to the cloud. You lost everything, right? So hard drives, iCloud, you email to yourself, right? And then people you cherish, take pictures and videos because scenario, God forbid, they pass away. And let's say you don't have no pictures, recent stuff. Yeah, I mean, you might have when they're older, like, that's when they were like 20 years ago. Yeah, by chance, King, you have anything current? I'm sorry, I don't. So you can elaborate about your father, your kid, your partner. In my head, I gotta use my imagination station, but I have no physical picture, video to look at. Oh, I know, now I know how they look like. I don't have that, Yes, I write back. Oh, for sure. So once again, because when it happens, and they say, in general, right, you bump heads with people, you don't sleep on a bad note. And if you're bumping heads, text them or call them, I love you. They can say, fuck you, I hate you. Hey, as long as you said, you express yourself, text them, call them, I love you. We're bumping heads still, but I love you, At least you have that. If not, scenario, God forbid, y'all, it's a badass argument. And God forbid they pass away. And remember this, that's all you have left. The last memory of what you spoke to that individual about. Like my brother, when he passed away, it was a good, it was a decent conversation. Because he's like, yo, hey bro, you want to chill with me? Like, what do you mean? I want to get some beers. You want to hang with me? Like, I don't drink. Like, what are you going to do? I'll talk with you and bullshit with you, but I don't drink. But he goes, that's no fun. I'm like, for you? That's your lifestyle. I don't drink at all. You're younger than I am, right? And he just laughed about it. I was like, well, you be good? He goes, yeah. He goes, you're going to stay at the hotel? Cool, I'm staying at the hotel. Cool, sounds good. But just behave. He just laughed about it. I always behave. He likes to get in trouble and bullshit. And that was the last conversation. So that was a positive talk. There was no, I hate you, you're spaffy, you're a zombie, addict, an addiction. We're not talking about that shit. I'm like, oh, you're fucking up. Nah. Everyone, I have to tell them, everyone give you shit. Respect my family, like they feel guilty. All of them. Because the day before, talking shit to him, you lost it, you speak about all this shit, because he's, respect, he was a zombie, right? And it's like an addiction to his last breath. So when he passed away, I tell all my family, what happened, guys? You guys gave him shit yesterday. What, now you feel guilty? Well, you feel guilty about it, right? Because that was your last conversation with y'all talking shit about him in front of his face. Now he's not here anymore. You have nothing to say. And then you say, put the heads down, stay quiet. What the fuck? All that talking bullshit, you have nothing to say. Now you feel guilty. That shouldn't stay with you for the rest of your fucking life, So that's why I tell people, if you're bumping head with somebody, text them, call them, I love you, that's it. They say, fuck you, it don't matter. Do a little closure for yourself. Try to fall back in the conversation, whatever you're bumping heads about, right? But anyways, let me play this clip real quick.
I have watched your eulogy speech of your father, bro, over and over and over and over. And you go up and, you really try to hold it together and, and I see the pictures when you're, that one video is the best video is the one that like your dad is out there walking out his chest and shoulders. And then you're on the sideline, young rock, that's the best. That's the best when you're seeing that, right? And then the day comes. Was it like something you were afraid of? Was it something you mentally and emotionally were getting ready for? Or was it like, I'm never going to be ready for this day?
No, I wasn't prepared for it because my dad died suddenly, just like that. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And here's the thing. A month before he died, we got into the biggest fight we have ever gotten into. We never had a chance to reconcile that. It was brutal. it was brutal. And it was during Christmas time, too, as well. So Christmas was just tainted, and I felt like shit. He felt like shit, and my mom was involved. And admittedly, I was angry. And 3 weeks went by. We didn't reconcile. He died. And the lesson, though, I realized is we hear this all the time. You never know what's around the corner. Hug your loved ones, hug your little ones. But until you go through something like that, that's when those words really hit home. And I realized that, man, I thought, I wish I had a shot just to hug my dad one more time, or say, or hug and say, maybe he's listening now, so hug and say, it's all right. It's all right. We're good, you know?
And that's The Rock talking to some other millionaire. So that's deep shit. That sucks to sit with you, man. It'll haunt you, but that's why, hey, what's up, Queen? How you doing? How's it going? It'll be true, but that's why you're being, like, I tell people, like whoever you dislike, your child trauma, your parents, cousins, whomever, right? And you dislike them, not hate them, right? You don't have to forgive them. That's your choice for it. But let's say scenario, they pass away, and you still hate them after they pass away. Like, damn, you're really bitter. Like, I'm sorry they did you wrong. They hurt you, destroyed you. What's up, Queen? How you doing, hermana? How you doing, stuff? I knew it was The Rock. I recognized his voice. Oh yeah, that's The Rock. And the other cat's another millionaire. You know, like, they're ballers. They have money, but respect, which is cool. It's good conversation, right? But remember, this is the scenario. Like, if it happens to you, God forbid, like, you know, try to sleep on a positive note. Any of your government has the people, whomever it is. Thank you, man. Thank you, Queen. You know, tell them at the end, you know, through text, call them, I love you. Even though you're bumping heads, I love you. They can say, fuck you, I hate you, doesn't matter. You did your part. You know, they passed away, God forbid, you know, afterlife, spiritual, they fuck, man. Like, I told him, I fuck you. And they told me I love me. I mean, they told me they love me, but I'm a spirit. Afterlife, you know, whatever happens afterwards, I don't know. I use the word idea of faith, right? But for the time being, cherish your people, man, to the fullest. The cool thing about technology, you can rewind time. Like, we spent on Bigo Squad, right? Like, on September 2nd of this year, beginning of the month, of this month, right? There's Munchie. It was my Munchie, Mariah, right? Her and I have been talking about vibing back and forth type of situation. Respectfully, she would shoot a shot all the time. You know, hey, I want to be with you. Yo, Queen, respectfully. Like, remember this, I'm a single father of kids. You're single with one kid, which is cool. The downfall, respectfully. That bottle, that's your kryptonite, and she would stay quiet. You know, no, it's cool. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but we're adults. Like, respectfully, I want to deal with toxic relationships. Remember, I date you, I date your little man. You respectfully, the baby father's not there, right? Cool, that's cool. Just you and us. And little man, here's a kicker, but the downfall on your side is that bottle. I will not bring toxicity around myself, for sure. First and foremost, then my 8 kids, Max and her hubby. It's a big happy family, and when they remember this. And you got to see, you know, future in a positive manner. That's what I do. Scenario. I told Munchie, let's say we be together. So you come to my household, and let's say, you know, nothing like casual drinking, but you're a heavy drinker. I'm using the word heavy in a proper manner, positive manner, empathetic manner. Like, no, basically you're a drunk type of situation. That's being narcissistic, being mean, but I'm not trying to be rude to you. But you know, you codependent of the bottle, right? So respectfully, when my ex sees me and they're hustling, like, yo, you're Mr. Positive, all your tattoos, what are you doing with her? And they have the right to question me in front of your face, even if they offend you. And you didn't get triggered by that. What do you mean by that? Like, yeah, because look at the way you carry yourself. And that's why I told them I'd be rude to you, but we stay friends and social support you. Maybe in due time when you start the healing journey, you know, sober up, and I'm still single potentially. You know, you're a beautiful individual. You know, you're, you know, spiritual. We talk about some Robbie shit. The downfall is the bottle, you know. And she'd be like, you know, I want to do, like, weekend drinking, like, respectfully, Munchie. Everyone come out. You go on live and you're falling all over that type of, you know, behind the screen type of situation, you know. And so once again, we've been talking about this last year, you know, and then everything's smooth, talking, texting, and then what's up, whatever, video chat, and all of a sudden cold turkey. Remember this, everyone comes to life as a blessing. When they leave us a lesson, be positive, negative. And now they can stop talking to you. They can talk to you, they don't have to, right? So she stopped. So she stopped, right? So I thought, okay, maybe I offended her, right? So I was like, maybe do closure for myself. I'm gonna reach out to the family and friends on these apps, Bigo Squad, and let's see if she responds, right? Nothing. So, because technology, you know what I did? I'm a techie. I typed in her full name in Google. At first, I saw the first two options, the first two searches, and show obituary. And I saw her name. I was like, well, if you put your name in, like your full name, there's many people out there have your full name, right? But that can't be her. Maybe it's another queen that passed away, God forbid, right? So I go down to the fifth search. Guess what? There's her picture, and there's an obituary, and September 2nd, she passed away. And they use the proper word, alcoholism, respectfully, alcoholic. They won't say that because it's like saying EBT. No, food stamps, it's EBT, cheating. No, it's not cheating, it's entanglements, right? So I'm like, and that's my point being. That's up to my people. Is like, there it is. That's why I kept it humble with her, nothing against her, right? But imagine a scenario. Let's say she moved over with me, and she passed away on my side. All the family's like, what'd you do to her? Like, I didn't do shit. She came this with respect with the bottle, and guess what? It took her out. She, on my side, just, she passed away because of it. If we would talk about it, she'd be like, my liver hurts, my kidneys. I'm like, well, your body is talking to you. So you stop drinking for try to sober up for 3-4 days. She'll feel good. And back to the bottle, and I go, Munchie, that's my point being respectfully. Like, that's called codependency. That's called addiction. And here's the best part. I told you out. Munchie, scenario. You be with me. It's tied in my body to trade the whole universe for the big pharma users. The bottle doesn't need you. All capital letters. You need the bottle. Why? So why would you want to be with me, lay down with me, knowing that tattoos on my body? Every time you see it in a body, they trigger you. So why would you want to be with me respectfully, And that's what I tell people. I have all my tattoos for a reason. It's all about raw, real life. So once again, God forbid, but the cool thing is this, remember this, even though she passed away, my God, those are her and her family, type of situation. When I say spiritual talk, like I speak to the universe, I can now speak to her, right? Technology, on Bigo, she would jump in the box. So on Bigo, you can't save this live session, it's just a stream and that's it. It's not like Twitch, Facebook, other TikTok where it saves you this live session for whatever time, 7, 10 days, 30 days. You can save it down to your phone, computer, right? So it's a live podcast. So on my Twitch, on my Facebook, I can go back a year and a half because technology, and I have to go through. I have like 408 episodes, like 410 episodes, right? So I can go through all the episodes, download every single one of them, and when I find the one with Munchie, guess what? As a being, I can rewind time a zillion times with her and hear her conversations when she would laugh. In my head, I know the way she laughs, right? But I can't play a clip. This is Munchie. This is her voice. Oh, that her? Like she passed away? Like yeah. So that's the cool thing about technology. Hey, what's up? How's it going? That's what I tell everybody, cherish your people, man. And even behind the screen, some awesome individual, but remember this, God forbid people pass away, people come and go, and that's why I say respectfully that eventually in due time, they don't have to be alone. Because people will get up and leave, cheat, leave, pass away, or, they just decide to give up on you. So as a forewarning. But once again, I'm a geek techie. That's why I love going live sessions, because after I'm done, I can watch myself. And I tell everybody, I'm not knocking anyone to say this, journaling is cool. That's a lot of writing for me personally. I'm a geek tech. I can type all day, but that's still a lot of typing. Grab a cell phone, do an audio blog, and when you're ready to do a video blog, you can rewind time a billion times and watch yourself. You can see if you're actually lying to yourself or you're being honest with yourself. So that's the situation. Every which way. That's why I love rewatching myself, because I'm my number one supporter. Yeah, I love the way I speak. Because I'll talk about his life. Every which way is beings. But once again, cherish your people to the fullest, All right.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm going to play this clip, right? So this one's going to trigger a lot of people. Me as a being, I just keep it black and white, very simple, right? Oh, thank you, Fast Bomb. When I heard this, I just think automatically in my head, ghetto hoods. I don't think suburbs. It can happen in suburbs, but not really, right? It's not known for that. But the ghetto hoods, especially this clip, is normal, right? So, it's a... 2 seconds, guys.
Hey, ladies. All right. Hey, ladies and germs. It's story time. 2 years ago, a pregnant side chick crashed my baby shower and shot my boyfriend. He's okay. The side chick had her baby in jail, and my boyfriend's mother temporarily adopted the boy and brought it to our home. We live in his mom's house. Our sons are months apart. The jailbird sends him letters about their love and how she wishes she shot me instead of him. He puts money on her books and writes her back. Jailbird is up for parole soon, but I've got a secret. I tested her son. Her son is not his, and I've got the DNA results to prove it. I tested my son too, and he's also not my boyfriend's child. I fear releasing her kid's DNA results may make him question my child. But he promised to marry me and get us an apartment, and I want him to do that. I don't want that other kid to live with us, though. What should I do?
Would you all that for an apartment is crazy.
That's a lot.
Bruh, that's from the ghetto hoods, dude, to the fullest. It can happen in the suburbs, but no, respect in the ghetto hoods, that all that drama right there, that's all from the ghetto hoods. Main chicks, side chicks, all that bloodbath, like, bruh. And here's the best part. They think, not know what love is. Toxicity. Like, I don't miss none of that bullshit. When I heard that, I was like, I was making a comment, well, sounds from the ghetto hoods, but I know people respect when I say this. I'm from the ghetto hoods also. They'll get offended. What? That ain't the suburbs. You can't get shot in the suburbs, but respect is not really happening because they don't want toxicity there, right? So, that is a horrible mess. This is entanglements everywhere. You know, baby mom's kid's not theirs. Their kid's not theirs. It's a big bloodbath. So that's why it's being like, when the red flags are happening, remember this, guys, the door is right there. Why do you have to choose the one to go back to the bitch about respectfully, or you question the self-worth or them, like, and the worst part, you go about the cell phone, it's already over. It's just the cell phone, man. Nobody can blame cell phones or social media for toxic relationships at all. It's the owner of the cell phone. Simple as that. So, yep. You know, that's why as beings, what are you doing when you choosing when your partner's emotionally cheating? And you know they're emotionally cheating. When you give them chances upon chances, that is your choice free will. I don't recommend it, right? But that's your choice free will. I would tell you this, I recommend, be selfish in a positive manner. Go to that door, especially if you have no kids, go to that door, be like fucking Forrest Gump and run for your dear life. Move to Pluto if you have to, because it's in a hurry, but that's what you do, no contact initially to progress in life. If not, pray by manifest, it gets better. But respectfully, more likely it won't. You know?
The world is so broken.
We're belated.
Oh,
it's so broken.
Okay, so it is, right? It is. But the positive beings, only as beings, right? Queensy, you're doing, as is, you're doing it. What are you doing? The healing journey, right? You know, as a potential, you're talking to vibing, but you know what? I'm still broken, I'm still hurt. That's beautiful. You're trying. Anyone that doesn't try because they're broken, codependent, scared to be abandonment issues. They're not ready to feel the feelings. That's the problem. That's the dilemma. They don't want to feel the feelings because sad. I don't want to feel the sadness. You don't have to. But you want love and you want kids and family, but you don't want to feel your feelings. It's not going to work in no one's favor. And you're going to join the baby mom, baby father divorce club, or become a generational cycle. Become miserable like your parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents. Still together miserable as fuck. How's your grandfather at 70 years old fucking a fuckboy at 70 years old? Emotional cheating at church, very physically to your grandmother at 70, and they love God. Allah blew the universe. Make that shit make sense. Like, no, that's called toxic love. Love doesn't hurt, it can't hurt.
Having these conversations is also like the butterfly effect, like inhibits change and sparks that in other people as well. So
Correct. Right, most definitely.
I feel like we're doing.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully help the world.
Correct. Because it's about real conversations about what? About real life. Like, you get back about your car. Yo, King, Queen, I'm happy for your car, your home, your money. You know, what's the other one? Your car, your home, your money, and then your job. I'm happy you have that. You're maintaining. But here's the best part. But I know about you, or I know you personally, and you bitch about your partner. That's the dilemma there. But you don't have to talk about it. It is what it is. Relationship talks, you have highs and lows. Say all that. But for how much more longer will you do that? You be dreading to go home. So what do? You get another job like I would do, get multiple jobs. Not because I don't see our daughters, I don't see her. And when I get home, she's still there, awake. Fuck, she's awake. And me as a being, I call it the fuck you look. I walk in, say, Queensy, we're together scenario, right? And we're bumping heads. No fucking words, energy, and body language. I walk in, and both of us lock eyes. We look at each other, and no words. It's like, fuck, you're here. And you're saying the same thing, fuck. His dumbass is here. Here we go. It's going to be a long fucking night. And that's just one night. That's just one night. Many to be more likely, Don't make that shit many. Don't make it months, years, babies. No. Do not sabotage your life at all. And respectfully, don't bring little ones to the mix. But typically it does happen because why? We don't have support teams. No one's talking about all this shit, all these scenarios. Hey, Queens, check it out. No passing boundaries. I know you're blessed. But remember, that person by your side, you are, God is good. Your energy is good. Your partner there, that potential to be, yeah, he's a pretty boy. He got $1 zillion, money, power, and fame, but his energy is garbage. God is good, but he's not good. But remember this. You don't have to comprehend anything I just told you. That is your choice for real, but more likely, the outcome, you'll fall on your face. And you be the main chick, and you have many side chicks. And you pray by manifest. I already see it. How do you see all that? It's future in a positive manner. It's energy. The energy is garbage, which is negative, and yours positive. So why are you doing the opposite track? Do you pray by manifest, or do you believe you're the one that can change the ways? What is it? All of the answers respectfully is not going to work in your favor. Respectfully. You're not the one.
I'm going to be the one that change their whole life. No. That's not now. I feel like my purpose was to cater to somebody else's wants and needs and forget about my own. And then,
right.
That's just the comment I see in so many women. Like, they feel like they have to, like...
Well, it's because y'all... Queens, right. Right, you're taught to be providers, not providers, but caregivers, right? So you want to give your all, which is beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. The downfall is you're giving it to the wrong person. You're not giving it to your... It should be selfish and a positive way. You... Right. You first and foremost, and then them. And if they try to take your energy, then you realize boundaries. Like, no, like, why'd you stop doing that? Because I did all that, and you don't cherish me at all. You keep passing boundaries, you're emotionally cheating, you're going through the soul from all this drama and bullshit. No. So I'm going to stop that. So that's the type of people. You play dumb, I play dumber. You play stupid, I play stupid. If you can't have words, please don't open your mouth. You don't want to be my partner, respectfully, And that, but I'm not trying to get to that point at all, because I don't deal with toxicity. That's why we talk about everything initially and play out the scenario so to see where you sit at, In my situation, I would tell the potential to be like, jump in the box, let's have fun with this. Can you test yourself with other females? What do you mean? Are you jealous, controlling? If you are, why? Oh, my daughter. Shoot. 2 seconds, guys. She's in the room. I'm gonna get in a minute, guys. I'll play this last clip, and then I gotta get going because she wants to go shopping for some food, and then I pick my other daughter up to go to work, and then we watch a theater. Finally watch Deadpool 2, so see what's up. A little father-daughter time, cutie time. But yeah, let me play this clip real fast. And remember this: just because people that are famous, especially more on the men's side, they play these clips and positive messages, and anybody in general, right? It does not make you a better person, because a lot of people have good intent, quote unquote, right? Because it's a personal experience, but they're still in toxic relationships. They don't know how to realize boundaries, especially more on the men's side, boys' side. We love our partners initially, but then fucking what? We don't know how to control our lust, because why? We have no self-will. Our eyes are bigger than our mouth. That's why it's called, nothing wrong with looking, but when you're gawking, staring, that's called emotion cheating. Queens, if you don't do that, why would you fucking allow your partner to do that? Well, that's what men do. Fuck all these bullshit excuses. No. Boys and girls emotionally cheat because why? They have no self-will. That's the fucking answer. All these conversations, but fuck your biology, fuck your money, I don't give a shit about your status, it's called you have no self-will. You want to test your lust? Very fucking simple. Go to barista fucking stands, go to the beach. All the eye candy you want in the universe. Nothing wrong with looking. If you're single, you can fucking stare all you want if you want to, sure, I guess. But then you're with your partner and you can't stare if I had a partner, baby, you can look at all the guys you want. Yeah, they're fucking, look at them, their fuckers are ripped. They work out, yeah, they're gym rats, the kings and queens are, but I don't care if you're looking, but when you're staring, gawking, what's wrong with looking, but you're staring, so you can't control your lust. So that means my validation does not suffice. So that means anyone that's in better shape than I am, you're gonna go body hopping. Or are you gonna ask a simple question? Yo, king, queen, you got social media, IG, Snap, whatever? Cool, I'll follow you. The intent's platonic. Nothing was platonic. I give no fucks about a partner. She has 1,000, 10 million fucking guy friends. I give no fucks at all. And we're like, yes, she can cheat, but that is her choice of will. I don't worry about that. If she does it, I trip, I don't fall, I go on my day, I go on my life. Everybody else, you trip, you will fall. You would chase your partner, and you pray by manifest. The higher source changes the ways. You're praying for the wrong person. You should pray for yourself to get up and leave. But you don't have to, right? You don't have to. So remember, these guys are about to play this clip, and they're giving some positive advice. The downfall of those two, especially his name's Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he's a player to the fullest. But yes, he's got money, power, and fame. Blue Book conversations, Red Book conversation in the spiritual world. Yeah, he's not really rich in life, respectfully. But when I say this, respectfully, okay?
With the lady that dating, a lot of times we'll give up on a woman that has 80, 85%, 90% of what we want, only to be with somebody that has 10 to 20% of what we want. You ever notice that, Ocho? I'm done. Hold on. It ain't the time. Ocho, it ain't time. Ocho, it ain't time.
Do me a favor. Listen. I don't ask you for much. I don't ask you for much, but I need you to bring that back one more time. I need you to bring that back one more time, because boy, I felt that, boy. You don't see me tearing up? Well, that ain't funny, man. Do me a favor. I promise I ain't gonna cry. But bring that back one more time.
Sorry. Time out. My daughter's calling me.
You're all good. I appreciate you for your talks.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. It's once again, it's all about life. That's why I love playing these clips, because, there's been talking about a type of situation, but once again, both of them are famous. Respectfully, they don't know what the healing journey is, and they'll have many females to be, but that one hits hard for Ocho, because, a lot of men, quote unquote, because they're like, fuck, I did fuck up. I did it for lust. All these females, yeah, younger body, etc., but look at, they're not by my side.
Men will leave a woman that has 80 to 90% of what we want, only to go be with somebody that has 10 to 20%. You see that? We'll get mad at the woman. She got 80 to 90% of what we want. We get mad. Here come the 10 to 20. I need that.
I promise you ain't crying. These are tears of joy. I need to hear that, boy. Hey. Oh, shit. Boy, that was a good one, boy.
Because remember, they're just words, but when it hits hard, why? Or just thinking about whomever it is. Don't matter. I don't know too much about him. I don't know if he got married. But whatever specific one that he loved to the fullest, that he fucked over every which way, like, damn. I did do that. That's called doing, telling the truth, doing accountability. I did fuck up. Had a badass partner. She gave me everything. And I put her to hell and back. And guess what? She finally got exhausted. Because she'll give you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. So what happens? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, she checks the fuck out. She breaks up with you, cheats you, divorces you, leaves you, it doesn't matter. Like my ex, my mother had boys. She literally got up and left. Fuck this, I'm out, I'm done with you. I thought, cool, whatever, the same conversation. No, it's fucking over. Give me 1,000 chances, not 1,001. And when it hits, it fucks you up like, fuck. So yeah, but the intent is that you're working yourself and you don't do it again. What was that, Quincy?
I've been told that on the other end, like the guys that I've left have been fucked up over that shit. Like the narcissists that I chose to leave because they couldn't change, they realized that later.
Yeah.
When they don't have that
nobody
supply anymore, and then they realize.
Excuse me. Right. The guilt kicks in.
They always have that.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Please respect when I say this, right?
But I know.
Right.
So.
Right.
Never go back.
That's the intent not to, right? Break the trauma bond, be selfish, and progress in life, right? And they can remember this. Respect when I say this. Boys and girls are narcissistic. And my first baby mom, after, we haven't talked forever, but she'd be like, and she told me she found the accountability after 12 years, 13 years on the overall, right? She's like, I did fuck up. I had you by my side. I didn't cherish you and shit. I fucked up. I hooked up with, I told him, she didn't get a hood like we are, but you're into it. You're the la calle. You're with the la calle hood niggas and shit. You dated yourself and you don't like that shit. And now you see what my value, right? But it's too late. It's over. And that's it. That's the shit. When you're a good person to the fullest best as possible, right? That nice and natural, you're too empathetic wise, you give everything more than you're supposed to, not knowing. You will overlove, you overthink. So when the person narcissistic, and when they're all alone, if I kicks in, they'll call you, text you like, fuck. They could be bound like a bitch. Yo, I fucked up. This right. Like, no. You can cry with them. Yeah, now you see what I see. Now you feel like I feel. I did it for years. I'm exhausted. I ain't doing that no more. try to work on yourself. The next person to be, you get them like you cherish them, or not destroy them. Do what you've been doing, you know. So that's the shit. That's the shit. And remember this: it's one being, one person in the whole universe. That's when we say life's hard, which I guess ties somewhere in my body. Life's hard because everyone's got child trauma. The bullies that bullied you are getting bullied at home. The person toxic relationships are bullying each other. The cherry top relationships make you, break you, definitely destroy you. One person starts it. You fuck them over, they fuck you over. And that's the first one. How many more to be? That's the question, you know? And all that I just said there, we tatted my body somewhere. I make my shirts and hoodies. But, you know, before I get off here, Queens, do you have anything to say or comments before I get off here? Because if not, my dog's going to be calling me in a minute. We got to keep going.
I appreciate you, and I'm see you soon.
Oh, but sure, like, well, let me give to you, and you twist it also.
No, you're all good. You don't.
Boom, boom, boom. And once again, everyone behind the screen, love you guys to the fullest. What you no gift. Oh, well, once again.
Them, and I hope you have a good rest of your night with your daughter and everything.
Oh, thank you guys. Everybody behind the screen. I'll be on tomorrow night. So typically Wednesday and Thursday I go to Seattle, so I'll be out here late, like Pacific time, maybe like 10:30, 11 at night. Give me another 2 hours, you know. Right. So, but once again, love you guys. Stay blessed. Have a good day. Queen Z, Twister, everybody out here. Love y'all. See us tomorrow. Have a good night. Be safe. Ciao. Little Bigo Squad. Be safe. TikToks. Love you guys. Be safe. Meet me. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Facebook. Love you guys. Be safe. Twitch. Love you guys. Be safe.